what actually makes a story influential? There are 4 critical components to an influential story, and these are different than what makes a story great. Because we look at storytelling from the perspective of influence, we're taking influence science and influence knowledge and overlaying that over top of storytelling and the art of storytelling. And so these four components are what makes a story influential. The first is you got to keep it real. And that's about the authenticity. That's about showing up as a human being. It's about telling a story where you as the storyteller authentically connect to the story. If it's not a story that you lived, then at least your authentic connection to that story should show up in the story that you tell. The second is invite curiosity. That is about the intellectual experience of your audience. So you have to tell a story that gets people curious, gets people asking questions, gets people guessing what's going to come next. They have to be intellectually stimulated. Their prefrontal cortex has to be activated. And so that is what invite curiosity is about. Engaging emotion is the third. This is the one that's about activating the physiological emotional experience of the audience members. And so we call feelings because we literally feel them in our bodies. And so we talk a lot about when you're engaging emotion, you want your audience to have a physical sensation. If you're talking about goosebumps, you want them to have goosebumps. If you're talking about getting hot in the evening, you want them to sweat a little, right? And so you want to bring forward physical activation so that the story becomes fundamentally experiential. By making your story experiential, you've now captured your audience in a completely new way. And then the final one, and this is the one where we differentiate most from the Hollywood storytellers and the other entertainers out there. The final one is pick one theme. And that is basically built around the idea that we as human beings are inundated with so much information and so many things to think about that if we tell a story that has only one point and it makes that point very clear, then our audience can walk away with at least the one thing that they're supposed to remember internalized. And so pick one theme is very much about just hone your story, refine it, narrow it, focus it, get it so tight that you focus on only one thing and one thing only.